What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Darkest Dungeon. Alright, we have made some good progress, guys. At the end of the last episode, we unlocked the districts. An amazing thing to do this early in the playthrough. We have a huge roster that we're able to take advantage of. We've got lots of diversity on our roster. We're still missing one or two mercenary types, or hero types. We need the occultist still. I'm trying to think of what else. I feel like we're missing two, maybe. But anyway, we have two bosses unlocked that we can go to. But unfortunately, I was kind of hoping to do that today, and I think we might at the end of today's episode. But if you look here, the Pagan Talisman is a really... Honestly, it's a very rare item, but it's one of the weaker, very rare items. And they're offering it for both of the battles. And what I'm interested in right now is trying to unlock the bank as quickly as possible, which means we need portraits. So there's a medium-length run here in the ruins. It's going to give us the protective padlock, which is a pretty good item for a frontline A-bomb. And they're going to give us portraits, which we need to unlock the bank. And they're going to give us this town event, Silence in the Crypts, which I don't remember what it is, but it's probably good. So, all good stuff. And we're also going to take advantage of this run to level up some of our level 1 characters who are very close to level 2. Make sure real quick, I don't see any, like... Man, this guy right here. We need to lock in natural swing and quick reflexes. Those are incredible on a leper. Kata could end up being an extremely powerful hero for us. But right now, let's go ahead and fix up our items. Life crystal there. He's already slow, so it doesn't really matter. What else do we have? Range skills, perhaps? Bleed skill chance. We don't need any of the rest of this. I mean... In spots where we're already slow, I guess we could add a little bit of dodge. Not necessary. This is a medium-length dungeon, a bit more dangerous than what we've been doing. Let's go ahead and provision. So, as I mentioned before, in these types of missions, let's actually back up so I can read this to you guys. Whoa, it wants us to go to kill the Necromancer. Purify the altars. These types of missions you saw in the provisions, there were 3 would look like, I don't know, like cases of holy water perhaps. They're special. We need to use those, find those locations inside of this dungeon, use those items to interact with it, and then we'll free up space in our inventory for all of the actual things that we want to take back to get rich. So the unholy abominations inhabiting the crumbling house have turned beacons of light into vessels for diabolic worship. Cleanse these altars with consecrated essence and bring back the light. So okay, now we provision. And we have these consecrated essences. We have firewood so we can make camp. And the game is kind enough to give us some items to begin with. We'll take an extra, maybe 2 torches. 14 food. Let's go in over prepared. And you'll see here we don't have much room for anything else, but we'll use this torch at some point. And firewood, using a campsite, gives you full torchlight. So if we time it right, we can get several torches worth of benefit from 1 firewood. And we want to make sure we have our food in intervals of 4. That way, if we get hunger checks, we know that we have enough food to feed us. Everything good, not forgetting anything. It's very easy to forget something, guys, in these types of provisional menus, but I think we're good to go. Let's hope we don't run into any more collectors like last episode. That was a touch and go fight.
Can the defiled be consecrated? Can the fallen find rest?
I hope so, Wayne June. I hope so. So, man, look at this big annoying map. So we're going to go backwards first. Then we're going to go this way. Actually, let's see. We could go down, around here, and then go back. No, let's just go backwards first.
Glittering gold.
Heirlooms trumps everything right now.
Paid for in blood.
Damn, we hit a trap. Okay. It's a little rough. Let's hope for a good scout. Could save us a lot of heartache. Well, now we know there's a trap here. Quest location. Okay, so we did need to go this way, so good to know. Don't touch books. And 70% disarm there. Let's try it. Awesome. I love getting that free stress heal. We're going to keep our torchlight nice and high. Probably could have brought one more torch, but I was honestly expecting to find some torches. Okay. Bone Courtier's got to go, but for the moment we can just use some stuns. Because our range DPS is kind of weak. Let's just kill who we can. Damn, that dodge was really unfortunate. And I think we should begin every battle by popping this buff.
And improvement.
Just getting that increased dodge and the reduced stress is huge. And now, I mean, we can use withstand, but we don't really need to. Let's just go for this bone soldier. Can't believe we didn't kill him. That was probably the lowest end of our damage options there. Okay. The chances of us stunning in the back are pretty low, but I did change up Nurgle's abilities so that we could have access to more blight in the back line. And that's going to do good damage. I mean, it'll straight up kill them over the course of the battle, but we should probably still try and hurry them along. Let's use Hue so we can put an extra 5 points of damage there and get the kill. There we go.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
I'm honestly way more worried about stress right now than I am healing. And he's dead now.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
It's one of my favorite quotes. Noxious Blast feels good. So in order to get that extra Plague Grenade, I removed his heal, or her heal, Nurgle's heal. It won't be very effective here in a place where you don't get a lot of bleeds and blights. And we could stun here.
Well
nice.
Struck.
I'll take a crit. But I really wanted to get a heal off on Tiberius. We can just try and sit for a second, do another like turn around and get that heal off. And let's get rid of Kata's little bit of stress, put him back down to 0. Yeah, and he'll die next turn. We don't have to do anything but heal here. Very good. Noxious Blast the corpse. And let's go for the heal. Perfect. And with that crit, he's going to get huge stress relief, outmaneuver. Hell yeah. And he gets a buff.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Wayne June, I wake up every morning and remind myself that. Every day. Okay, so this is a locked cabinet. You can either use a key here or a shovel, if I remember correctly. So guys, I went ahead and in my off time, I decided to read up on the curios because I realized I wasn't giving you guys perfect information, and I wanted to try and remember exactly what most of the curio interactions do. This one in particular I remember because it's a pretty common one. It's a pretty straightforward thing here. I think I'm going to use a skeleton key because shovels have other applications, whereas keys basically only open these locks for treasure. But there are differences here. Skeleton key gives you more stuff as opposed to the shovel. But if you don't have a shovel in a pinch, you should definitely use your keys. Okay. Good heirloom pickups. And we may just have to forego, the jade here. I hate doing that. We could drop some food, which we don't really need, probably. But we're going to be walking backwards a lot. This is one of those moments where you have to learn not to get greedy. Okay, so we're going to drop. We're just not going to take the jade. That's 375 gold. It sucks. But we're coming on to a quest location very soon. And here we go. And now we can free up some space here. And we know there's nothing ahead of us except a curio. But if it's something good, a good curio, we'll be glad we came. Yeah, I mean, just like this. And there goes our keys.
Packs laden
12
with
crests,
loot
that's awesome.
are often low on supplies.
Okay, citrine is the lowest valued gem. We don't have to stress about that, we'll just toss it. And here, we know that she has the highest chance of disarming it. Yeah, that sucks. So, I mean, we basically did that for nothing. That feels bad.
Maker's art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
It's all good. Now we just have to walk backwards. So coming this way was a bit questionable, but I think the 12 crests plus the gems and gold was very worth. The sooner we find the quest locations, the better. That means the more gold we'll get out of this place. No thank you books. Expect a hunger check here anytime soon. The longer distances you walk, the more likely you are to experience that. And I mean, we can always get to here or here and decide to camp. Okay, a battle has popped up. Alright, and it's a weak one. Let's take him out of the running first. I think he's the fastest one on this side. Yeah, he would have gone next. So killing him was great. Or stunning him, rather, was great. We can put some big blight on him. And against a fight like this, we don't necessarily need to make use of our buffs. We can just use Tiberius to get a kill. And I think what we're going to do is use Retribution. It should get the kill
As the fiend
and
falls,
give us the mark plus
faint
riposte.
hope blossoms.
So he'll almost certainly hit him and then get riposted. Perfect. And now this guy's dead. So pretty textbook strategy there. Get the inevitability of the blight. And yeah, you still get riposte even on those types of ranged attacks, which is cool. We're going to use this hit
Confidence
just to give him this
surges as the
potential
enemy
stress heal.
crumbles.
And kind of the same thing here. If we had gotten that hit, it would have been great. So we can stun. Very good. Give us some more free torchlight. We're going to want to make use of our free torchlight because we are running somewhat low on torches. Nice. And the blood.
As
We want
victories
that.
mount,
We want that pretty bad.
so too will resistance.
This isn't something you can buy. So whenever we get a chance, we want to make sure we get that. I'm actually going to use this food and make room for the blood. Can you feel the stress, guys? I'm a little bit stressed. Anytime I go on a longer dungeon run, the stress starts to get me. Especially once I have to manage inventory and all these different things. I would highly recommend, if you're playing this game for the first time, don't use a guide. Don't.
The way is lit. The path
We get our
is
first
clear.
hunger check.
We require only the strength to follow
That's
it.
fine. We were expecting that. I just wish we had had that hunger check before I had ditched 4 food for the blood. Let's check this. But I was going to say, don't use a guide. And not that you shouldn't use a guide at all if there's something in the game you don't understand, some sort of mechanic. But don't use a guide to check out the curios. Don't use a guide to check out the boss battles exactly. It ruins a lot of the mystery of the game. And I still remember the first time I ever played this game, how much I sweat. I don't think I've ever sweat so much playing a game in my life sitting still as I did the first time I played Darkest Dungeon. And I don't want you to ruin that experience for yourself because it's really unique. And I think we should go down here first. I didn't realize just how short this was. It's pretty minimal backtracking. Although honestly, it's actually pretty similar. And we get a journal page page number 4 of 6 of the Journal of Darius the Highwayman, we tangled with some unruly louts. Raven called them cultists. They were ferocious but clumsy. Sounds like those dang cultists. Ooh, now we get another hunger check. Which sucks because we know... Let's actually let the torchlight get a little low so we can use our firewood. Because we know we're going to have to eat when we camp. And we're not going to be able to make use of the best stress-relieving camp options that we otherwise could. But these two guys in the back will do a ton of damage if we don't stun them. So let's do that and see if we can't kill these in the front. We'll hit this guy. And now we'll hew and kill them both. Very good. Great way to make use of AoE attacks. Knowing the weakness of our squad is that we have somewhat weak physical attacks. And that we rely on buffs and sustain and blights and things like that to really do the damage. Try and make the most of it. And let's just get rid of the corpses, move these arbalisters forward. He's going to still be able to shoot, but I think he might have to do a stab. He might be able to shoot, though. It's hard to recall. We can go for the stun and the free torchlight. Always love the fact that he can hit the third line.
Death by inches.
This dude is dead as hell. 9 damage blight, which is cool because it's going to let us get this extra 6 HP on these two.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Okay, we need those busts. So something I did off camera for a second, I just kind of messed around with our heirlooms in the hamlet to see what kind of trades we could make. Oh my god.
The twisted faces of the damned.
Oh my god.
Piled high and
Okay,
cloaked in
we can't have monster crits. We just can't. So his stun resistance is high, but there's still a chance we could stun him. And if you stun him on the first round, it is glorious. But unlike last time where we fought him, we now have backline plague. So he's going to use his collect call. But Nurgle is going to surprisingly be the one who does almost all the damage for this fight. Let's get these buffs. This could be a long one, guys.
A time to perform beyond.
Can't believe we're fighting
one's
this
limits.
jerk again. And we'll just keep that blight rolling. Lowered accuracy. We've got increased dodge. He almost certainly won't be able to hit us, which is awesome. And I'm happy she did that. It hurt our stress, but she did that instead of healing. And now the Vestal's dead, and he's forced to move to the front. You know, let's go for an attack. It'll heal her as well.
A momentary abatement.
Because once we kill him, these guys disappear, as dangerous as they are. Big buffs. Good dodges. Blights up to 13 damage. Go for a Q in the front. Yeah, not surprising. He's going to do another collect call. And this time he gets a man-at-arms. Ow. That hurt. Let's make sure we kill him before he gets a chance to go. Cool, and he's guarding the most useless guy instead of guarding the collector. Come on, dodge. He did not dodge. Stacking that blight, guys. We can see at the bottom, we've seen all of his abilities now. Show collection, collect call, life steal, and it even shows us what those abilities do. Nice. Beautiful crit. What kind of increased prot does he have? 25%. Use AoE to bypass that. Probably would be really good here to have used Riposte. Because he does AoE attacks, he kind of can't help but hit the man-at-arms. And he's going to go for a lifesteal here. He's going to put him up to 12. He gained 10 HP off of that. But he's almost as good as dead. One more stack of Blight. And we're done with this man. More crits for the crit god. Perfect. And having him in the front row is awesome. Alright, as long as he didn't crit there, I was happy. But that's a huge bleed. And we need to get rid of that.
A predator.
Very fitting that Nurgle gets to have the final kill. And we pick up,
Seize
wow,
this momentum.
Barristan's
Push on
head,
to the task's end.
which increases protection. Very good tank item. Also increases stress. Probably actually much better on the leper who can heal his own stress. We'll switch that out as soon as we make some room in our inventory. A little bit unfortunate because I was trying to burn my light down low so that, oh no. Okay, don't, oh god. I was trying to burn my light down low so that I could make use of our firewood, but I guess we'll probably still do that and it'll be fine. Let's burn our last torch and pick up the crests. Once again, greatly valuing the crests over everything else. The bandage, it might be worth it to toss the bandage for this jade. And it might even, at some point, be worth it to toss the jade for something else. But we'll have to see. Okay. So the last quest location is here. We're running lowish on food, but we're going to camp, I think, once we get... Damn, now we only have 2 food. This is going to be a problem. We may even want to not camp. Simply because we won't be able to get the benefits. We may actually have to throw away our firewood, which is something I don't know if I've ever had to do in recent times. But we need the torchlight. It's just, we've had 3 hunger checks in this run so far. We could potentially find... Oh, we got hit with a trap. We could potentially find the last quest item, you know, very soon. Ooh, okay.
Singular purpose.
This is good. The alchemy table, we know that if we use medicinal herbs, we get good benefits. But I also know from memory that if we had had 1 more torch, we could have gotten, you know, full torchlight. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we get some food.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Start dumping these types of things. Torchlight's getting low. The monsters are getting buffs. As long as we're not surprised, I think we're fine. And they have double stress dealer in the back. This is where it starts to get scary, y'all. We're going to be using our AoE heals. Trying to get the kill there. There we go. So now it's a 3v4. And a stun there is great. Surprised she was slower than us because her speed is at 7. And we also brought the torchlight up just enough to reduce their chance of critting us. The boy Set is going to need some stress relief in town for sure. Stack some good blight. She's not quite dead. 1 more of those and she'll be dead though.
Destroyed.
Perfect. A devil's due.
Such a terrible assault.
We're being very offensive and not healing as much as we could. That's a pretty low heal number.
Masterfully executed.
Nice. And this thing is dead. So we may want to cheese this guy if we can and get some extra heals.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Excellent crit, and on the person that really needed it the most, so that's awesome. Take the rest of those buffs. Also gives us increased crit chance. Very good. That's all we needed. Put the plague on him. And he's guaranteed dead now.
Compassion is a rarity.
And just like that, it's not looking so bad except for her potentially having a heart attack. Well, not a, actually a heart attack in this game is a real thing. I shouldn't say that. Instead of her having a negative resolve check. That food is a godsend. And just like that, we're going to camp. And we can only eat 4 food. It heals us, but doesn't do anything for our stress, sadly.
Against the coming horrors.
But it will free up a space for us to open up that lockbox. And I have to believe that we have something here that can greatly reduce our stress. Can remove a disease. Do we have anyone with a disease? It's a pretty cool little side effect of bringing along the Plague Doctor. We don't have anyone who can prevent a nighttime ambush, I don't think. Man, he takes a bunch of damage, but everyone gets a lot less stress. That's probably worth doing. That's huge. I mean, he can handle that like nothing. A little bit of damage on him really is nothing. And we're going to use Prey. We got some buffs there. And we still have 6 respite points. We can buff ourselves, we can buff all of our companions with some amazing crit bonuses. But let's encourage her. Remember the drills and we will see this through. This is a good one if we don't have any better options. We could also heal. We could heal up all the damage we did to our poor leper boy there. This works for 1 companion, and we can't use it on her, which sucks, otherwise I would. Let's use wound care, get rid of the bleed, and heal him up to full. And we'll use wound care. We could heal here for 3, or we can give some pretty major buffs to our leper here. And let's rest and hope we don't get ambushed. I am ready for battle, let them come. We are favored by the gods this day. No chance of foraging more timber now. So hungry, why do we not turn back?
And now,
okay.
The darkness holds dominion.
We were ambushed in the dark.
Black as death.
It's really good to have a camping skill that prevents that, but we did not. Let's go for the stun here. And look at the modifications to the monster's strength here. Awful, and it's going to really hurt our stress levels fighting in the dark. Luckily they don't have anyone who can stress us out, but their chances of critting us here are huge. Go for the stun and get some light, so we're not in pitch blackness. We also get better loot for fighting in the dark, worth noticing. You can do whole runs in the dark if you want. As soon as you walk into the dungeon, turn out the lights. That's actually not a bad strategy if you have the gear to support that. There are items in the game that give you great benefits from fighting in the dark. You know, depending on the loot that we get here, this could end up being a pretty great fight for us, in all honesty. top everybody off. Rain of whips, and we're going to get a riposte hit. Okay. And if he... Oh, he resisted the blight. It's crazy. Let's heal up and get some of the stress off of us. And we should be able to... Oh, man. I would have hit him for sure if I'd have thought he was going to go first.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Man, our torchlight comes back, which is good, because I was getting stressed the hell out. Let's go back to our default party order. Unlock strongbox. You don't have to interact with this at all with any item. And that's kind of nice, getting another free blood and another torch to kind of see us through this journey. And without a scout here, we don't know which way to go. And another free torch is good.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
So we should be able to stay in the light for the rest of this dungeon. That's pretty bad. Luckily for us, Nurgle has this ability. It does decent combat damage and it causes a bleed. One of the reasons I like to diversify my skills that I have available to them is movement is a real thing in this game.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Get smashed. Of course, we can't make skeletons bleed. They have 200% resistance to it, but it still does damage. And if she gets pushed back, that would actually be good. Get rid of the corpses.
A devastating
Awesome.
blow.
Let's go for that party heal.
The wounds of war can be
I was really hoping to get a crit.
but never hidden.
And that's a kill. 8 damage plus 2 bleed.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Use it right as we enter to make sure we have the buffs in case there's a room battle. Okay, that's not the quest location. So it's here somewhere. Alright, easy battle. And we get the ambush. Perfect. Man, this has been quite the long dungeon.
Impressive.
Amazing stress relief for us.
A momentary abatement.
Perfect. 2 out of 3 down. We can just pop a heal on her and she should be fine. Going after her again, eh?
How
Wow.
quickly the tide turns.
I had a feeling I should go for the stun, but didn't respect that man enough. Got punished. So he's gonna die to his blight. Yeah. I was hoping we get to go first for the heal, but that's okay.
Success so clearly in view.
And you know what? We're gonna use this last torch
Merely a trick of the light.
and pick up that gold. We've got a ton of these anti-venoms that aren't really good for anything. Hopefully she doesn't investigate this again. So, you can get treasure from these sarcophagi. You have to use, I think it's medicinal herbs to do it. It's an Iron Maiden. So a rusty Iron Maiden stands against the wall, clasped shut. If you don't know what an Iron Maiden is, it's basically like a, think like a coffin with spikes on the inside. It's a torture device. Pretty awful thing. Not sure when in history these were used. Just know that I would not want to live in that part of history. Count me out. No whammies, guys. What items do we have left? We still have 2 shovels.
Another abomination cleansed from our land.
Going for the easy kill. Let's go for the stun here for next turn. Prevent any more of that, you know, stress shenanigans. I don't want a bad resolve check. And if we land the stun here, we lock him out of this turn. We did not. Maybe we can still get the kill though. Not quite. I think we may have been able to upgrade this guy's gear before we came in. I don't know why I didn't check that. That would have been good to do. We use Hugh. If we can bring these guys closer to us, it'll be easier for us to kill them. He's definitely dead, which is great. There's one left. One more stack of blight on him and he'll be done. And then we can give some good healing. Just get rid of our stress. Alright, guaranteed death. And we'll still attack in case we get some stress relief. And we pick up a warrior's bracer.
Creatures can be felled.
I totally forgot to move over that item, but that's okay. Okay, we definitely don't want the journal over the other thing, but this is book 3 or part 3 of Darius's journey. As we traveled from the hamlet, an eerie dread grew. We all felt it, but did our best to shrug it off. Sleep was difficult until Raven, one of my companions, passed me a bitter concoction. The most devout of us, Therion, prayed softly for our safety. Superstitious, but well-intentioned, I suppose. I'm already falling asleep. So we'll dump that in favor of Onyx, which is 500 gold. Books, no thank you. You can keep books. Don't read myself. And there could be a big battle here. Yeah. But we found the last quest location, which is great. We're also going to be able to get this double stun off. A little bit extra light for us. HP. I don't know if we can get a kill with Retribution, so let's just land, guarantee that kill. I remember when I first played Darkest Dungeon, I really undervalued the Plague Doctors as characters. I think I undervalued anyone who didn't look like a warrior type. You know what I mean? Anyone like the Occultist or the Abomination or any of those types of characters, I really, really undervalued them. And it took me a long time to learn their value and to see their strengths in different builds. Her versatility with stuns, bleeds, she has heals. I mean, she can do damage if you need her to. Especially at higher levels once you get some of the key items. You know, let's just heal.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Perhaps getting a bit too cute. And I think that's 8 damage. Oh, he's got 9 life. Wow, Tiberius. Nice. And with a buff too at the end of that. Minus 33% stress for 2 rounds. Kind of a free little buff for us. This has been a very long dungeon, but we're going to try and do something else at the end of this for sure. This episode's not over yet after this.
Precision
Perfect.
and power.
Great ending. And she gets increased blight skill chance.
This expedition
and more
at least
deeds.
promises success.
That's great. So, man, I wish I could use this before I pick this stuff up. But if I have to choose right now, I think we're going to dump the holy water. And we'll just drop 125 gold. It's not a big deal. And that'll be the quest finished. But there's still one hallway left. We might as well explore it. Okay, free torch.
If only treasure could staunch
Just
the
use
flow
it.
of
You can actually use it from that first
otherworldly corruption.
menu. But okay, at least we dodged that trap. And that's it. So we can leave now. Man, that was a long one. But check out our loot. So our biggest thing that we wanted was portraits, and we didn't get any. We got 36 crests though, 12 busts, and 4 deeds, and we're gonna get 2 portraits from completing this quest.
This day belongs to the light.
Great items. I mean, we picked up amazing items, and that one we got from the collector is a pretty awesome tank item on a leper. He just can shrug off the kind of the stress that gets applied. It doesn't really matter that much to him. And yeah, look at that. Beautiful. And we got everyone up to level 2, which was exactly what I wanted to do. But we did, however, pick up some pretty obsessed with cleanliness. It's pretty bad stuff in terms of these quirks. And we're going to have to relieve some of the stress from our Vestal for sure.
The shuffling dead are silenced.
Wow.
We have claimed dominion over the ruins.
Oh, this is perfect. Oh, guys, we have to do the boss battle now. So, silence in the crypts. Reports from the hill cottages confirm a welcome reduction in the general area of malaise in and around the old ruins. Plus 33% resolve experience in the ruins on the next quest, and plus 15% damage in ruins on the next quest. So if we go into the boss battle now in the ruins, we're going to do it with a 15% damage buff. That's enormous. So we're going to take our best guys and go in there and try and knock out the boss right now. I'm stoked. Okay, we get another shield breaker. I don't want so many duplicates yet. I don't remember what the max roster size is. I think that it'll be big enough that we can have 2 of just about everything. But for right now, let's keep it simple. It's nice that they're level 1, the bounty hunter and the shield breaker. But we're going to hold off on that. We need 55 portraits to get the bank, which is what I'm rushing towards. I went ahead and I messed with this. So if we do this, let's get rid of all of our busts, right? We can get 7. So kind of remember that number. That puts us up to 28. If we do our deeds, it's 3 more, that's 31. And then if we do crests, all 46 of them. What did I say, 31? So 38, I think, is where we were. Unless I totally confused myself by saying too many numbers. But we're still very short. Another good run like that, and we should have the bank. We need to pick who is going to be our next squad. Let's make sure we unequip all trinkets. Very good. And let's pick our squad. And we're going to go and attack them now. So we get the Martyr Seal, which is amazing on the Flagellant. What are they given here? Ooh, the Focus Ring. That's pretty good on a Highwayman or an Arbalister or something like that. It gives accuracy and crit, the cost of dodge. But Arbalisters are pretty tanky for a ranged character. But this is where we're going. We're going to destroy the Necromancer Apprentice. I'm excited, but we need to pick our party. So we want some high-level stuff. She's coming in. Our other Wasette, she's going to go into the church or something like that to get rid of some of her stress. A-bombs are amazing in this battle. Once they're in beast form, they can clear out one of the elements of the boss battle pretty effectively. So is the shield breaker, honestly, but I was going to go with a slightly stronger core. God-fearing. I hate that he's a kleptomaniac. We gotta get rid of that. I should have done that. I should do that pretty soon. Who are we bringing in? I mean, this group honestly right here isn't that bad, but we should definitely change it up. Bring her in. We need reach. Reach into the back line is what's important here. He can go into the front line as a decent tank. And we'll get rid of Kleptomaniac on Xenoform this week for sure. Rake is so good. We can't hit the back line at all though. Might want someone more like Stefan. Or even, you know what, better yet, I think I was going to bring Triari in the second position. Throwing daggers, but mainly poison darts being the big thing. It lowers blight resistance. Do we have any blight that we can take advantage of? I mean, we could bring in the Plague Doctor again, which is honestly not a bad move. Just the stress is a little bit higher than I was hoping it would be. Let's call this the group for now. I think this is a fine group to take on the Necromancer. Let's order our company. Let's go in here and... Nope, that's not what I want to do. Xenophon, let's get rid of Kleptomaniac. Get that the hell out of here. It's one of the most annoying things in the game. To have your items straight up stolen from you. And Boisset can come in here for only 1,000. It's much cheaper to go to the cloister or to the bar and drink than it is to do anything else. Anyone else really need anything? Nurgle's going to heal a good bit after this. I think we're fine. So let's go into here and make sure everyone is leveled. Those are great buffs. Yeah, and just as I noticed, he was not upgraded for that last run. Would have been great to have him upgraded for sure. Okay, guys. I think we're good. So let's go into here. Man, we have these two awesome A-bomb items too. We're just not currently going to use. Let's give him the HP. You know what? Dang. I think we bring in the leper. We need to level him too, but I think we give him this plus this. Make him a super tank. Musketeer, we have these boots, which are cool. Basically like just for her. Crit. Extra accuracy to her range skills is good. A little more dodge at the cost of speed, I'm cool with that. We could even do it again. Oh, we can't double it up, that's true. Okay. Just get a straight up damage buff. I like that. Okay, but we do need to go in and pay for this with Kata. And if you thought he was strong before, he's real strong now. And we definitely want to look at our abilities too and see where we can upgrade. Okay, so it's time to get these better abilities on her. Man, she does increase damage versus Unholy, it's so good. I'm pretty sure I've used the Battle Vestal to kill this guy before, and it was super effective. I like flashing daggers. But this is what we really need. More strength on our attacks. And we're just going to buff the ones that we're currently using. The rest can kind of stay as they are. And we need to change out her attacks. Let's give her her heal. It's pretty strong. And Buckshot is great. Maybe we'll change out perhaps Sidearm for a mark. It's not really a marked party. Do we have anything that... Yes, okay, this is good. Thrown Dagger does increased damage versus marked targets and blighted targets. So if we use Poison Darts and then Thrown Dagger, it does increase damage. Or if our Marksman does the mark attack and then she attacks, we get increased damage. So there's a bit of synergy there that's worth being aware of. And we'll come into here and we'll just hook her up like that. She deserves a drink. But anyway, guys, let's provision. This is going to be a long episode, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. And yeah, it gives us some firewood because they know. Let's bring a little bit extra food. No point whatsoever in risking anything on a boss run just because we want to get stingy. Boss runs are not the time to get stingy. A little bit extra torches, a little bit extra food. Could consider bringing an extra shovel or key. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, let's embark.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat?
That's a classic line from this game. The twitch of
A
dead
devil
rat.
walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
Only the mad. Only the desperate. So, if I remember correctly, he's like guaranteed to be at the furthest point away from us, which means he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's here, if I remember correctly. So going backwards is kind of weirdly counterproductive and could end up honestly being bad for us. There's something to be said here for us running straight to him and killing him to ensure that we don't take, because basically we'll have to go through 3 rooms, who knows how many battles, come all the way back, taking potentially more battles and checks, and then starting our trip. So, as much as I love to clear everything, and we still may clear this entire place, depending on what type of condition we're in after the boss battle, I do not
Even the cold stone seems bent on
want to go into a
preventing
boss
passage.
battle unprepared. Cool. Alright, so right off the bat, we've got armor piercing, which is good versus the prot. Good damage. Okay. Let's go for the kill. The kill here will prevent any further damage.
The offensive.
And we're definitely going to want to heal her as soon as we can. Gerard does not have a lot of life. Awesome. Great damage. And well, I've given us a lot of options next round for sure.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Confidence
Perfect.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
And Buckshot is great
Continue the
because it gives us a way to hit the front line. Aim shot
Destroy
can't do that.
them
Oh
all.
wow. Camper's helmet. I mean, it's not a great item, but it's an expensive item that we could sell and make a ton off of. So this is just a sarcophagus. You don't have to use anything to open it. Oh damn, that sucks. You can get treasure from it, but you can also get like a negative quirk from it also. It's a low chance, but it's still there. And I'm glad we brought extra shovels because we've already gone through 2 of them and we just started. So I think that's going to pay off. And I brought extra keys just because I didn't want to have to use shovels if we came across anything that we needed to open. Nice dodge there, because she's already got a little bit of stress and I was kind of starting to worry about that. He stunned the big boy. And we should be able to get the kill with Triari. Or not Triari, rather, with our Musketeer. Perfect. One shot, one kill. And yeah, just finish it.
Advantage. Give them no quarter.
And if we need to, we can double up on healing. We can use the bandages, which synergize really well with a Vestal. It increases the amount of healing received. Man, Leper's doing good work. And we'll do that. So it's not a super strong heal by itself, but when you add it to this, you know, now she's getting healed for 8. How long does it last? For 3 rounds? That's not bad. She keeps getting these buffs, which is great. Heightened accuracy. Once she gets rolling, she just doesn't miss. Awesome. I was hoping for a crit there, and it's on the perfect character too. And if she gets the kill, maybe she'll get even more stress relief. Yeah, she lost like 9 stress in this one battle, which is awesome.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Oh my god. The odds of that were pretty low compared to us just getting treasure. And we have extra food. A lot of extra food since we actually picked some up.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Let's read it here. It's the Journal of Darius once again, the Highwayman. The road to this damned hamlet was a tricky one, both to find and to travel. When it revealed its ruined face, I swore I'd never seen such neglect. I think we read this one already. Feel free to read it more if you'd like. I think you don't get different ones until you actually bring them back with you to the hamlet. But I don't think there's any real benefit to collecting them, last I checked. I could be wrong, though.
Be gone,
perfect.
Fiend.
Be gone, fiend.
Another one falls.
That's what I'm talking about. Get the stun here, prevent the damage, get the free torchlight. I love that ability. 3 dead on the first round. That's how you do this. Alright, got shield bashed. Can't say much about that. Dead weight is the name of the attack. Perfect. Portrait and bust, cool.
This expedition at least promises success.
Is there anything we want to get rid of? Unfortunately, we can't give someone this item. I would probably get rid of the... Man. Together, these two are worth more than the Jade. So we don't want to get rid of that. I would probably get rid of the bandages here. As hard as that is. And then probably the holy water also. You know what, let's just get rid of the Jade. The holy water still has plenty of applications. And this is a locked sarcophagus, so we're going to use the key to get treasure. And that's just straight up gold. It's a bit early to be getting greedy, but let's do it. This is only going to protect us for 3 rounds. I like to have that in the boss battle. And here, this is where you use holy water. So, screw me then, I guess. But this is called a decorative urn. And if you use holy water, you get gems and trinkets. However, if you use a shovel, you get guilty conscience as a negative quirk. So there's still a chance here that we could get some good stuff. So we're going to search it.
Some reward.
And we did. And of course, we also got Jade.
Performed.
Man, maximum punished. It's really the anti-venom that we don't really need. I'm gonna hold off on that. I don't like throwing away 4 of an item that has use.
Mind that such missteps are the exception.
Okay. And we get another
the rule.
unique ruins interaction here. This is Another holy water. If you get a holy water, you get a big buff. But I think even if you don't have holy water, you still get a buff. So plus 20% damage until camp, which is great. We might make it all the way to the boss battle without camping. We might save the camp for after the boss battle to heal up so we can go to the rest of the dungeon.
Destroyed.
Amazing. Got blood on my coat. Huge buffs to dodge and accuracy.
Annihilated.
Amazing. This bodes well for our upcoming boss battle. Very well indeed.
Eradicated.
Perfect.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
10 damage, even though he has 25 prot. That's very good. I don't think we'll kill him, so let's just heal ourselves. And dodging that dead weight was excellent. That dude is dead as hell. That's 12 damage.
A momentary abatement.
One of the reasons why she's so good versus this particular boss. Anyone with high HP.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
God, just to super punish us. Look at all the jade we're getting. Damn. Alright. Peace out, Anti-Venom. Hopefully I'm not misremembering that the boss doesn't do like a ton of blight damage to us. I probably am. Alright, a map. I'll take it. We see some curios here and a trap. Perfect. Keeping her stress low is really good for us. The last thing we want is some sort of negative resolve check before a boss battle.
Ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
Perfect. Prevented an attack. Get that kill. The solid hue. We'll also get that skeleton in the back. Let's get him with a pick to the face. Perfect.
These
Okay.
nightmarish creatures
I want that
can
blood
be
as
felled.
well.
They can be beaten.
I don't know if it's worth the risk of dumping one shovel. Almost certainly not. Man, I don't want to pass on blood. This is 750 gold. There's definitely going to be a point in the game where, or there could be a point in the game where I would gladly pay 750 gold to have one more blood. I could see that happening. So we're going to dump the citrine and pick up the blood. And I think that's the right choice, because blood is just something you can't buy. And we'll come back to here on our way out if we're in good enough shape from the boss battle.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Perfect.
Executed with impunity.
1, 2, 3. We don't have room for any more gold. That's crazy.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Well, man, I guess we're dumping these herbs after we use them anyway. Alright, let's do it. We're being pretty aggressive with our picking up of things. And which one is this? Yeah, we've read that one already.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
And we've got a treasure
We
room.
require only the strength to follow it.
Damn, I was hoping she could get that kill again like she's been doing. Yeah, that miss there sucks. That's gonna make it so that I have to use our musketeer to kill her instead of putting fresh damage on the arbalist. We have another key for this chest. Pretty small bleed, all things considered.
Exposed
Wow.
to a killing blow.
Okay. Good job, Leper. Cat is on point. And we can mess around a little bit here and get some heals. Oh no. That did way more damage than I was hoping it would do.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, we might camp before we go in. We'll lose the 20% damage buff here, but we may gain other potentially stronger buffs. And we want these crests. What do we drop? I don't want to drop a key. I think we'll drop a shovel. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up to here, take this battle. Then we're going to walk backwards and camp. Let's try and get this hit this time. Get the self-heal, get the kill. You know what, let's go for a one-shot.
Back to the pit.
Down you go. Easy as can be.
Success
Let's back
so
up here.
clearly in view.
It sucks because we've been
Or
using
is
our
it
torches,
merely
so we're not going to get the
a trick of the
maximum
light?
value from our firewood. But let's do it.
A moment of respite.
We'll also clear out an
A
extra
chance to
space for the
steel
food.
oneself against the
Make sure that our
coming
stress
horrors.
is low, which is important. See what kind of battle buffs we can get. We can do a big heal with a triage, that's nice. This is minus stress for multiple battles. Remove a disease, that's pretty sweet. Oh, it's self only. We got rid of Spasm of the Entrails, that's awesome, that's free. Let's also use Chant. You know what, let's use Pray. It hits everyone, it gives us some protection during the battle. Lepers are considered religious characters, so he gets plus 15%. We still have 6 left, that's pretty good. We could Pilfer, but then we'd have kind of a weird number. We'd have 5. So let's just do something like Quarantine, I guess. But we don't really need that on everyone. We only have a little bit of stress left on her.
A momentary abatement.
Good heal. Let's Pilfer. 2 extra food, okay. And then we can use the last thing, Encourage. Very good. Chin up, dearie, your fashion sense alone. Okay. Hilarious. Blessed are we that no fear has overtaken us. Yeah, starvation's not one of them.
The match
Really
is
hoping
struck.
we wouldn't get ambushed
A
again. I'm
blazing
glad we didn't.
star is born.
Okay. Do we have what we need to interact with this? We can use a torch. It just gives us torchlight. We don't have any medicinal herbs, which would give us like an amazing amount of treasure. If we just touch it, there's a good chance we get blight and we don't have any anti-venom. So if I'm going to touch it, I want to do it with the leper. Yeah, we resisted it, so that's cool. There was still a small chance there we could get some kind of good loot. And we're going to go into this battle with full HP. Full
As the light
torchlight.
gains purchase,
Everyone's in
spirits
their
are
correct
lifted
position.
and purpose is made clear.
Let's do it. Our purpose is made clear.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Right off the bat, he hits our stress and summons a skeleton. So this is why I wanted the leper or the abomination. They have the ability to do what is essentially like wave clear.
Well struck.
That was beautiful. That's huge damage. 3 damage for 6 rounds. And so does the musketeer with buckshot.
A
Check that out.
decisive pummeling.
That's so powerful. What's his stun resistance? 75%. That's pretty huge. But no blight resistance whatsoever. We can go for an attack here. 105 HP is not a ton, considering the amount of damage we just did. Okay, going for that stress attack again. Well, let's just keep stacking blight. Oh my god, the crits. That is beautiful, because now we don't even have to focus on that guy at all. We can just straight up use an aim shot. Would be helpful to mark as well. But I think we're taking him down just super fast. Okay. The leper says I can hear his soul crying out in pain. Let's see how much damage we can do with this and give ourselves a buff. 14 damage. Everyone's just like, screw this guy. Finish it.
With no living sinew to actuate them,
Awesome.
will these walking bones finally fail?
Super good. Now we picked up a Vestal item. A Vestal only item. The Youth Chalice. Gives max HP but lowers damage. We'll give her that. That's fine. I'm sure. Lower her speed. Doesn't matter. Let's continue adventuring. It's just good that those items get to sit on a character instead of sitting in our inventory. So we'll continue adventuring. We're in great shape, and there's still plenty of dungeon left for us to make gold and heirlooms off of. This is already a very long video, which I'm kind of sorry about, guys, if you're not into that sort of thing. Personally, I could watch people play Darkest Dungeons all day, so hopefully you can too. But if I can, I want to get enough heirlooms and things. We've got 3 more portraits, which is huge. 20 more crests, 6 more busts, no deeds, but all stuff we can trade in. Maybe at the end of this episode we can get ourselves the bank, or maybe I'll dangle that. That's something we can do at the beginning of another episode. So let's use our last skeleton key. I see that trap on the ground.
Packs
Nice.
laden with loot are often low on supplies.
So 60%, 80%, but yeah, it's a 100% chance on the grave robber to disarm a trap, which is awesome. One of the good benefits of having her. And she had just enough stress to make it worth it as well. Alright, let's walk backwards, and now there's a room battle. So if you wonder why I go all the way to the room and then turn around, it's because walking backwards in this game causes a huge amount of stress to your characters. So I would rather go that little extra step, potentially have a battle spawn, than just straight up walk backwards and cause a ton of stress to my guys. Shoot the backline spiders. These ones are poison spiders. Awesome. That was about as good as it could have gone. Super happy
Seize
there.
this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
We'll toss the anti-venom for even more.
In radiance,
Crests.
may we find victory.
I mean, this little section alone was worth it. What we're going to find here, I have no idea. By the time we get there, our torchlight, you see, once you're going through corridors you've already been through, torchlight doesn't go down that much. But by the time we get all the way over here, I mean, it will have gone down quite a bit. And there's a good chance that more monsters will have spawned along the way. But I'm not going to ignore 3 rooms. We're here, we're in good shape. We can do this. And we're going to get another very rare item after we're done. So that's worth remembering. And if we have to, we can always toss the food if we come across something that's really good. The food has basically served its purpose. I would expect one more hunger check. But if push comes to shove and I have a chance between taking a bunch of good items or, you know, resolving a hunger check, I'll take the items at this point because we can leave anytime we want to. If we fail a hunger check, we're just like, nope, we're out. And then we leave. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, I expected one more.
The light, the promise of safety.
And we've been kind of getting a bit unlucky with our dungeons placements. We could have very easily gotten more favorable layouts. Yeah, and I see the confessional here. Unfortunately, we don't have any holy water. I don't believe we picked up any extra. No. So, it's going to be hard to interact with. Let's do that for the extra free torchlight. And man, we got 5 stacks of emeralds.
But a victory nonetheless.
Alright, let's try. We could increase our stress. We could get some gold or something, or we could remove a negative quirk. Yeah, and instead we just get some stress. It's okay, he can remove it. What he's good at.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Torches are not a fortune, Wayne June. So a scout here is excellent. I've been really hoping to get a secret room. Unfortunately, we don't even have any keys left. There's a treasure room up ahead. There's an obstacle here that we don't have the shovels to get rid of. So we're just going to have to clear it by hand.
Without
it hurts
tools
us,
of iron,
it gives us stress,
flesh,
and it ruins our light.
Purpose.
Oh my god. Wait, I have food here. What the hell? I have food. Wow. Well, that sucked. Does it take 6 now or something? I didn't notice. I'm pretty sure it takes 4. I'm not sure why it didn't let me eat there. But even now, we're still in good shape, and we've already come through the hard part. So let's just go here and get whatever loot there is to get. Another torch is nice. I'll take a bandage. And we don't need this journal page, we've read it already. So we're going to get some free stress relief here. And we have no way of opening this because we don't have a key or a shovel. I think if you try and open this without either, you just get bad things. So we're just going to walk right by it. That sucks because that would have been another nice big source of money. And we'll see what's in here. It could be another battle. It said treasure. Alright, what are we going to go for first? This guy? Yep. That was a good first kill. Great second kill. And there we go. Oddly enough, I don't even remember what happens if you try and open a regular treasure chest with no lock. I think you just get really weak treasure. been so long. I just pretty much always have extra keys. It's trapped. We get wrecked. Okay. Alright, guys. Man, that was a long run, but we did it. Let's get the heck out of here. And we pick up the Martyr Seal. It's a very rare item. We make a lot of gold, which is good, but more importantly, look at all the heirlooms and things that we get. Plus these 10 up here. We might have enough to unlock the bank. And we pick up some more level 3 characters. Thin-blooded, bleed resist, Warren's tactician. Okay.
A fresh irritant.
But down he goes.
Some. A sanguine memory to me.
See who's in the stagecoach. An actual Arbalister this time. I'm actually going to take her.
Shoot, bandage, and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
Very cool character. I love the Musketeer, but they're essentially the same character with different aesthetics. I know I've said that before, but for those of you who don't remember, that's their whole gimmick. And let's... Man, so we need 55 portraits for the bank. We've got to be close. I'm going to do it, guys. Nine, 10. Okay, that's 34. We might be just a little shy, but if we're not spending all the other ones anyway, it doesn't really hurt us. Yeah, we can't get up to 4, so there's no point. Let's take that. And then Cress. So yeah, it looks like we're going to be a bit shy. We need 5 more. 5 more portraits and we get the bank. Man, that's going to be next episode. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's longer episode. Okay, where's my knock knock joke book? I could tell. You guys were sitting there for an hour and a half and you were thinking, where's my knock knock joke? So, here we go. Knock knock. Who's there? Boo! Boo hoo! Don't cry, it's just me. Yeah, don't cry, guys. If Darkest Dungeons didn't scare you, my knock knock joke shouldn't either. But guys, once again, thanks so much for watching. My name is Brett, channel's Goodtalk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll take any suggestions, any questions you have. I've been answering a lot of stuff in the comment section. People have questions or suggestions. I love to respond to that sort of thing. I take constructive criticism well, I think. So if you guys have some and you want to give it, I'm all ears. If you have build ideas and suggestions, I'd be happy to hear it. And if you're a subscriber who doesn't yet have a named character, consider giving me a female name. That would be cool, because I'm kind of running out of male characters. The Jester's still free, but for the most part, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Take care.